wrap it up. Yeah, you shouldn't diss, now you get more forensic, come and lie you with
Hello, my minions. This is Smitty Smith, and today I'm bringing you a game of Demolition on, shit, I don't know which map this is. I do that a lot, I notice, is that I don't really pay attention to what the map is. It's the one that has a parking lot, a bunch of cars, and a couple of mansions. That's the one we're playing on, so I don't really pay attention to names very often. Now, I end up, in this game, I get a few more deaths than I want. I die 12 times, I think. But I end up with 39 kills. I end up with 1 plant and 1 defuse, maybe? Not really sure. This is the 1 plant that I get. As you can see, I'm running with a few friends of mine, and I immediately go for B. We have friends that go for A, and you know what we're trying to do is run a common tactic. It's kind of like misdirection. What you want to do is get you split your group up with the anticipation that you are better than they are, and if you split their group up, you'll have a better, easier chance of planting both, you know, and winning the match, basically. And it's always good to be on offense first, at least I feel that way. Defense is obviously easier, so it really depends on your tactics from there on out. Some people like to stick together, some people split up. Now, my personal playstyle, I run a lot of interference. I know you've seen that on a lot of my gameplays, where I don't really stick with people. Instead, what I'll do is I'll skirt the outside of a map, try to get in behind some people, and cause mayhem there. If I can kill 2 people and take a death, but cause the other members of that team, 2 or 3 of them, to come after me, to give, you know, my teammates time and room to do what they need to do, then I've done my job. I'm willing to sacrifice myself in order to win the game. That's not always necessarily true, especially when I play solo. I play very selfish, like a lot of us do. But when I play with friends, I like to do my part in terms of sacrificing myself, because I'm not the best player on the team. I know that, so what I try to do is play to my strengths and try to play my strengths to my teammates' strengths. So if I have some teammates that are good at camping, what I might do is constantly move around in that area and try to draw the enemy in order to get them easy kills. Now you can see round 1's already over. I'm 5-2. One of my teammates is 11-2. We've got some kill streaks ready to go, and that's another benefit of Demolition, is that you can save your kill streaks for the next round, unleash them all, and that even gives you more of a benefit, especially if you're rolling a team, you know, as a team. So if you've got 4 or 5 kill streaks ready to go, then fantastic. Now you can see I'm running with the AUG, and I believe it's got an extended clip on it. I've got my frag grenades, my flashbangs, I've got a claymore, and my perks are Sleight of Hand Pro, Ghost Pro, and Ninja, and that's kind of my go-to class. Now you'll see there I placed a claymore at that entrance. We have a teammate set a claymore at the edge of that building, and he's now going to be able to watch down the little archway there to determine if people are coming that way. So it's kind of a camper tactic, but it works. You can see what I'm doing is I'm actually trying to get into their spawn. Now this is before I actually knew how the spawns worked in Demolition, and that you can spawn trap people and things like that. So I'm just moving in. I'm figuring at this point they're probably going to gonna flip the spawns. The spawns don't really flip all that much in demo though, and you can see that I get some lucky kills. Some players not paying attention. That adds to my kill streaks now. And in a game like this, where you have a primary objective that you're trying to get to, such as Demolition or Domination, you know, Search and Destroy, things like that, where you know the enemy team is going to be moving on to a particular area. In this case, you've got point A and point B. I like to run with my attack chopper, my napalm, and I always have counter spy plane in case the enemy team gets an SR-71, a Blackbird, because that's really the only defense for it. And you don't want to get caught, you know, the other team grabbing a Blackbird and you've got nothing to counter it, because it is the greatest kill streak in the game. It gives you so much of an advantage that it really makes the game unfair. I've seen games that were all but won completely turn because the enemy team hauled out a blackbird either from a care package or someone hauled off an 8-kill streak and finished it that way. Now, my Claymore just picked up somebody. I got a kill for that. They have planted A and B. In this situation, you can see most of our teammates are at A. We would probably want to give these guys B and focus on A. A has more of a choke point. B is kind of an open space, whereas A has lots of corners and lots of places that you can, you can funnel them through and get a few kills easier that way. At least on this map, it's not always the case, but more often than not, it is. So I take a cheap death here. I really wish I was able to take that guy out, but alas. He got the drop on me. He was flashed for a while, and it's my own fault that I wasn't able to get him. However, I sneak up behind him now and finish the job with almost an entire clip full of ammo. Now, again, you'll see what I'm doing is if I fire, I don't stay in one area because that's where the enemy's eyes are going to be when they walk into this area. They always will think that you're camping. It's a tactic used by a lot of people in Black Ops, and unfortunately, not many people have learned that in order to be a good, quote-unquote camper, what you want to do is maybe quadrant off the map, quadrant meaning, turn it into 4 squares, and then just patrol 1 square. And I know there's some debate about whether or not that's camping or not. It might be camping, but who really cares? I mean, in all honesty, if it gets the job done and your team is winning the games, then that's what you should focus on. Whether or not you camp, whether or not you use cheap kill streaks, whether or not you use cheap tactics. If you're winning, then there's no shame in it. It's all tactics. I pick up a quick double kill there with a headshot and an Avenger, and I'm trying to pick up this gun that's on the ground, but I noticed that the enemy team is all along that left-hand side, and they're not going to stop coming in that way. You might get 1 or 2 stragglers that go through the left and the right to try to come through and flank us, but generally they're going to keep running right down that side near the trucks. And what we do is, we camp in this area. We have a couple of guys out front, one on top of the balcony, and we just go to work. I mean, it's at this point, it's not even a contest. Now, I know I've got 1 clip of ammo left, and I just picked up my counter spy plane, which I use because, again, I'm not using a silencer, so I want to make sure that when I do fire, the enemy doesn't know where I am. And now, what you're seeing is, I think I pick up a cheap kill here. Now, I do pick up the enemy's weapon because, and this is one reason and one reason only, I love killing enemies with their own weapons. It's kind of a slap in the face. I guess because I hate being killed with my own weapon. Now, I need to point this out too. I'm putting this napalm strike down, and I did it completely wrong here. I know they're coming through the building now, and unfortunately I could have had an easy triple kill there had I set everything up the correct way, but I didn't. That was a 50-50 shot, and I probably could have set it up better. Looking back on it, hindsight's always 20/20, but whatever. I pick up a few quick deaths here. You see me, I'm always checking my kill death score because that's just the type of player that I am. I like to do well, and especially when I'm playing with teammates that I know are good. And you'll see what I mean here at the end. The kill cam, one of my teammates gets a sick kill cam. Had a potential for a quad spray, but time ran out. And I like to play good when I've got guys like this on my team because I want to show that I know how to carry my own. Because what that's going to do is it's going to give me the opportunity to play with them again. Nobody wants to play with shitty players, so that's what I do there. I play with I've started playing with now a lot more players that are machinima directors, and I know some people say, "Oh, big deal." It's not a big deal to be a machinima director, but to me it is. Those people have class, they know what they're doing. And to kind of rewind here, the last few seconds, that dude that just stuck me with that grenade, I know I killed him, but that was a crazy sick stick. I got to give that guy credit because when it happened, first off, I was pissed. I was raging, and I don't know if you saw some of the sound bubbles, talk bubbles up in the corner of me talking, but I was talking shit because I was really mad. But looking back on it, that was a good play, and then, you know, there's really nothing I could have done to avoid it, but, you know, whatever. Dude got lucky or got good, but whatever it is, I'm dead, so. And I'm trying to defuse here, but I end up picking up the Commando, which is also a fantastic gun, and immediately die. At this point, the game is starting to wind down a little bit. I might get 1 or 2 more kills. I think I get 1 or 2 more deaths. And like I said, I end up about 39-12. We are going to win this game, and you are going to see a pretty cool kill cam in about 2 seconds. So thanks for tuning in, guys. I appreciate you sticking around with my commentaries. Hopefully I can have more up here shortly, but until then, take care.
And flash at the end.
Your work is appreciated.